and it's time for governance. So on the project side, we plan everything up front. We talked about that before. So budgeting on that side, it's about deciding early, plan early, fund early, with a huge risk. And to ensure that we keep our promises and everything goes according to plan, we build structure. So it's a lot of steering committees, project boards, reporting.
So we asked somebody to form a steering committee, and they should actually govern whatever we decided 18 months ago. So the only thing they can do is to see if we can actually deliver according to whatever plan we dreamed up a long time ago. And since the steering committee typically is removed from where the action is, we need to transport the information to the steering committee, and then they will make a decision or change direction or whatever, and then that decision is then transported back to where the action is. And in many organizations, it's not super popular to say we have issues, we have problems. So very often we are kind of green shifting, so we are telling a more rosy story than what reality really is. So we keep the steering committee in the dark until we cannot anymore, and then the proverbial shit hits the fan.
I don't recall that at all, Frank. I've done it myself in such an organization. Twisted it a little bit to look nicer. Yeah,
of course. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do, at least for the time being.
Yeah, and it creates a lot of reporting. So teams that are still in such a governance structure, they spend a lot of time on producing reports.
I've been in organizations where they had full-time people just doing those reports to the steering committee. So they were producing hundreds of slides per project for the steering committee. And of course, the steering committee would not read all those, but there was a kind of perceived feeling of being in control because somebody had produced all those slides. And of course, the steering committee is controlling. So they have a perceived kind of feeling of being in control, but they really aren't. So instead of controlling, we would like to be in control. And we can do that by shifting the responsibility to where the action actually is. So instead of having a far away removed steering committee, we actually give the responsibility to those doing the work. So we have a product person, product manager, product owner who is responsible, who is sitting actually where the action is, where the stuff is being developed. And we give the responsibility to that person. We can still have transparency. We can still have we can still see what's going on, what we're delivering, or how we are performing if we have a product which is in the market.
Mm. And that person needs both a mandate, so be on the right level, and also a budget.
Yeah, and it really has to be somebody who's owning it, who has the responsibility. It's not just a team output owner being told by somebody else or having to go ask somebody whenever there has to be a new decision. It has to be the person who's actually calling the shots.
And the organization needs strategies and clear directions, so that owner can take the right decisions also. Mm.
Yeah, so there has to be guardrails, there has to be a vision, there has to be something that needs to be achieved, and then we appoint a person to actually do this.
Easy peasy, isn't it, Frank?
It's not easy peasy, but it's doable, and some organizations are doing it by OKRs, objectives and key results, and that is in some cases working well. But I think the most important thing is that this person is actually acting as a CEO for the product. It's a small company in the company. So the product owner, the product manager has to be the CEO, has to have full responsibility for budget and product decisions.
And you need to have transparency in the organization, both upwards and downwards. And these guys that are used to be in those committees and still in management roles, they need to be able to get the information and instead of controlling, be in control. So it's not only about giving mandate, it's also about getting the transparency in place and all that.
Yeah.
Good. That's governance.
That's governance.
Yeah. Bye for now.